November the 18th now, 2016, and we had our first genuine cold weather last night. It got below 20 degrees Fahrenheit last night, which, you know, we've had a long run of unusually warm weather, and boy, that one, it froze. In here, it froze as well. It probably dipped just below 30 degrees or something like that, but not too bad. But anyway, what we're going to do here is try to fix the lining up. As you can see, I've got rocks on both ends. Well, let me move the camera a little closer. Okay, so now that we've got a little better camera angle, as you can see, what we've got to do here is kind of put a trim on the edge. You can see I've got rocks on that end and rocks on that end, and that'll be the decorative edge. Now this one here, see on this end, the plastic covering doesn't really cover the ground here. I mean, it doesn't lap up over the railroad ties. So I've got to do something else, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the plastic, the liner, to the inside of the railroad ties, and you know, on the inside surface, so that it you know, isn't pulling on this one. See, like this one here, it's pulling it down, and that's not good. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I've got these blocks of wood here, and that's what's holding it right now. And because it's full now, it's not really going to pull down if I take those blocks of wood out. It'll just relax. So then what I'm going to do is take these. This is a cedar 2x4. Now these I have left over from another project. But what I'm going to do is put those on the inside, see, just kind of like this, and you know, screw it down on the inside to hold that plastic liner. Now cedar is a good thing to use because cedar has a natural resistance to rotting. So it's better to use this than to use pine for something like that, because the pine will, you know, it's going to be wet all the time because it's, you know, right there in the water essentially. So that's probably better to use this instead of that. So anyway, what we're going to do, first step is to remove some of these blocks of wood, and then put this in their place on the inside, and have this hold that down. So let's get to that right now. The first thing is drill some pilot holes in here. Like I said, we're going to drill some pilot holes, and then we're going to use big long screws like that to go through the 2x4s so that they'll get a good bite into the railroad ties. Because the railroad ties are, some of the parts of them are a little loose. So you want to be able to go deep inside there to hold on to them pretty good. So let's get to that. Okay, I've got one of these boards ready to go. I've put pilot holes in it, and see I've started it with these screws. So we're going to go on the opposite side and see if I can install this one without falling in. So here we go. Yeah, got a pretty good walkway over here. Not bad. Okay, so now. Alright, now you can feel some tension on this. And like I said, it's not going to fall in. So what I'm going to do, step one, is take these blocks out, or at least one of them one at a time. So that we can pull the tension off of here. So here we go. Undo this one. Okay. Now, let's see. What is the best way to do this? What I'll do is over here, loosen that down a little bit, and I'll fasten one right here, and then we'll jockey the other ones into position. It's going to be tricky. I need 3 hands. Here we go. Okay, now that's not tight, but it ain't going anywhere. That's what we're looking for. So, okay. Now let's pull this one up over it. Let this one relax just a little bit. There, okay. Now that one's tight, I think. And then what we're doing, we'll get the one on the far end now. I don't think this is going to work because it's right on a crack. There. So we'll do this one. I got it in there enough it's going to stay. I'm probably going to take these screws out and go get some really long star pattern bolts or screws because they will hold in. In the meantime, there. That's the idea. Now what I need to do is cut a piece for right here and then we'll be good. Okay, I went down to the store and got some better nails, these big one screws. So they have these heads on them that are a lot easier to drive than these Phillips. So, we're going to try it again with this. So here we go. Now you see why I like those so much better? There we go. Yeah. I think we're about where it ought to be. Okay, let's put the rest of these in. Now, what we need to do is cut one for this last little piece. So we can get out of here without falling in again. Okay, I hope you can see that, and it's not too dark. But okay, now what I've got is the two pieces of cedar 2x4, basically clamping onto the vinyl lining that I have, the pond liner. And then what I'm going to do, as you can see, there's some slop hanging up here, but now I can put something on the top of that as a hide to cover it, so it'll look nice. I can do that on both sides. And then the cosmetics of the pond, the basic pond, will be taken care of. Now right now it's in the evening, and let's see what we got here. It says the pond is 52 degrees. And right outside right now it's about 30, 35 degrees Fahrenheit. So it seems to me that the pond here is holding, plus or minus, 4 or 5 degrees. It's holding at about 52 degrees. So we'll see what it is in the morning. But this is not good for goldfish or something like that, unless in the summertime it naturally heats up to about 70 degrees on its own. And I don't think it will. So I'm probably going to have to heat this pond, but the heat is going to be steady, I guess. You know, it'll be a steady heat. It won't be going up and down, up and down. It'll probably be a steady input of heat. So I'm probably going to do that, but we'll see in the summer. But if worse comes to worse, I can use it as a aquaponics, where I just keep this, with the right chemicals in it, and use this as the big sump tank. I hope it doesn't come to that, because I want to have some fish in here. And the problem is, to heat it takes energy. And I'm going to have to do it with some natural source of energy. I'm not going to just run an electric thing and let the meter go around. Now, I do have a lot of solar power in this place, so I might buy some more solar power, just solar panels and so forth, just for the purpose of heating this up. So anyway, there we go, and we'll get some more done. We'll make it a lot prettier than it is. And there's the pond, the basic pond, and I think it's looking pretty good.